Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. It's been a week, and I'm so excited for this episode because I'm missing this truck so much. Still is my favorite, my brand new favorite, the Actros MP1 with the fixed windshield. Where's my track IR? I forgot to wear my cap. I'll wear it in a bit. But yes, so we bought this truck in the previous episode, went to Newcastle, and right now we are in Glasgow for a little bit of a different trailer. It's the first time I've seen it actually, and we'll see if you guys agree with me that it looks pretty darn cool. Let me show you. I'm not sure which trailer pack this comes from, but I did just download the Satan 19990's trailer pack, updated for 1.31 now. It might be that one. You guys would probably know better. Cement 22 tons, and it actually moves. I just found that super cool when I was looking for a job. Isn't that pretty neat? All animated and stuff. I love it. Let's take it. Going to Glasgow to somewhere in... I actually forgot. We'll see. We'll see in a bit. Steinbruck. Steinbruck? That sounds like Germany. I don't know. Why does it sound German? There must be some history in there. Beautiful sounds as always. And I have a couple of announcements to make, a couple of news items, and then we'll head into the, how do you call it? We'll head into the Q&A portion, maybe later on in the episode, okay? So keep your ears peeled. As always, if you have any comments, any suggestions, let me know, alright? That is also something new that I've seen. That must be from Satan 19990's trailer pack as well. Pretty beautiful tanker. And yeah, looks like we're invisible. We cannot see our truck at all in the reflection. Alright, that is the trailer. All moving and stuff. Very small, very compact. It looks cute actually. And there was an update to the floating icons. We will see it probably later. Where the floating icons now should be saying which way you should be facing. So like when you're parking the trailer, it should say now which is the front and the back, because that can get confusing at times before, because there was no like direction with it. And that looks good. I'm hoping that the truck we have is compatible with this trailer. I think it is. Basing on that kingpin, fifth wheel should shoot just fine. Maybe not. Oh no. Oh no. That does not bode well for us. Maybe just a little off. Maybe just a little off. Oh, that does not look good at all. Alright, I'm not really in the center, so maybe it's my fault. I hope it's just my fault, because I would hate if this trailer pack doesn't support advanced trailer coupling. Ah, it works. And it actually does not look half bad, does it? It's not have trailer cables though. Ah, I see, okay. So I think not all the trailers have been fixed yet. Maybe not all. I think in the patch notes for Satan 19990's trailer pack, he mentioned that most of the trailers have been updated, but I guess this is one of those which hasn't been yet. Or if maybe this doesn't even belong to his trailer pack, although I would guess it should, because I haven't enabled any other trailer pack out there. And here, can you just go around there to discover these things and unlock Perth as well? Glasgow to the edge. Near the edge. Actually, where? Steinbruck, there we go. Yeah, maybe that's a German company, huh? Could be. But the location is somewhere in Wick. Let's get going. I really love this truck. Consequently, there is a new truck which came out. Well, a new update. the Actros MP2. You might have seen it already, flying on the web, seeing a lot of YouTube videos on it. It looks pretty good, and it looks pretty accurate so far. I might actually do, that's one of my announcements, because I was really like into this. I really want to explore the different mods, and I was thinking might as well make videos on it instead of trying them out for myself. Maybe you guys will also enjoy me exploring it together with you. So like a mod spotlight kind of thing. Mod spotlights are very common nowadays. Lots of YouTubers do it, but if I could do it myself, maybe it will also be something we could enjoy and get some information out of. And maybe I can provide some reviews that some of my points of view that might be helpful as well for you in deciding if you want to try something or not. Now, admittedly, I cannot react as fast as the other YouTubers. Like Beast, if you guys know Beast. Beast is, I think, one of the fastest reacting YouTubers out there. When something new comes out in a mod, when there's a new SES forum post, when someone posts something new in the ETS2.lt site, just wait a couple of minutes, refresh, and you'll see Beast uploading a video in the soonest possible time. Mr. German Truck is super fast as well as driver's time. But yeah, I'm nowhere near their caliber in terms of speed. But I thought I could maybe give my 2 cents as well in giving some mod spotlights, because I'm trying out the mod anyway. So might as well share it with you guys, right? So if I see a flaw, if I see an interesting thing, I can point that out, and then you guys can decide and get the whole picture of if you want to try out the mod or not. And one thing I found missing actually with the mod spotlights is performance is not really taken into account so much. I think I'll add that, because I'm really picky with performance. Like, I like how the trucks can look super cool, but if a truck behaves pretty badly in terms of performance, like if the truck is pretty slow, pretty high poly, too detailed, and it will not work on like low-end computers. It will slow you down even with high-end computers, and it's not really that enjoyable for me. I would rather get a simpler truck, but one which provides me with a higher and smoother gameplay than a super detailed truck but causes the game to really slow down. So maybe that's one thing I will focus on as well, or I will touch on as well, if I ever get to doing mod spotlights. But let me know what you think about that, if you'll be interested in something like a mod spotlight, or if you'd rather I do continue with these actual let's plays, actual trips. For sure this will not stop if I start doing mod spotlights, but that will just add on top of the existing series that we have, and that will just pop up whenever there's a new mod that is that I find interesting enough to check out in detail. Also, I've gotten into modding, just a little modding. I'm not an expert like the famous guys we have, the famous modders we have, so I am only a super beginner compared to them. But I am starting to get the hang of things, at least in terms of how they work, so I can start to understand them. Maybe I can share a bit of that as well when I'm doing the mod spotlight, sharing some insider information on how the mod is behind the scenes. If it has some bugs, if it has some wrong files, if it has some inconsistencies, maybe I can spot that as well. Who knows? We will see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying it out, giving a bit of twist in the channel. So we don't just have let's plays, we have mod spotlights as well. And I remember I mentioned this before already, but I never got around to doing it. But I don't know, I just feel like it right now because admittedly, the ETS2 updates have not been too fast. Oh, I remember that. That's a real thing, right? It's a real iconic thing. Let's take a photo. Yeah, recently I've been really getting into mods because SCS has been pretty quiet about the official update. And in order to sustain the interest in ETS2, I think people have had to really focus on mods, in what they can see and what new things they can try, because they cannot really get any official content. So focusing on the what modders can provide is a good alternative. I've actually started looking into paid mods as well because I'm really looking for new trucks, new quality stuff like that. So I'm not sure. It's going into the dark side from other people's point of view, but I don't know, it's a gray area. It's a gray area, but it's totally not off the books for me anymore. I guess at some point, I guess it's mainly because I started getting into Blender and I started realizing how much of an effort it takes. And if a modder wants to model something, poured hard effort into modeling a truck, and he wants to get paid for it. The gray area is he doesn't have the official license for it. So that makes the thing a bit questionable, that he can ask for people to pay for that. But yeah, on one end it's like it's a mod, it's like a forced donation, you could think of it like that. So it's a bit of a gray area, and it depends on how you look at it. But if other simulators can ask you to pay for something, why not in ETS? Why not in ATS? Maybe if they want to be totally legal, they can remove the branding, they can remove the logos and stuff. Similar to what we have in OMSI, I believe that's how we do it, right? Like what was it? If I remember correctly, in OMSI, the official DLCs that we have, they're actually just made by normal people who have decided to make it into paid mods. And how they work around it is they don't put the real brand. Like for example, if it's a Mercedes bus, they don't have the actual Mercedes logo in there, but everything else is the same, and they would call it differently, right? I think that's how they work around it. So maybe if modders can remove the brand and maybe maybe they can have like this can be maybe a loophole. Like if modders want to pay for their mods, want people to pay for their mods, they can remove the brand, they can remove the logo, and then maybe they could add like a free mod. They could release a free mod which adds back the logos. So the truck itself is paid, but it doesn't have any copyright issues. And then the thing that causes the copyright issues, like the logos and stuff, that's free, because they release it for free, the logo mod. Yeah, so the mod would be comprised of two things: the truck itself and everything else that's paid, that doesn't have any logos, any branding. That's the paid version. And then they release a free add-on which adds the logos. I don't know how legal that is, if that's a valid loophole or not, but in my eyes, I think that's a loophole. That's something you can leverage. So that gets you out of the gray area, more into the white area, more into the legal area, by going around some legal stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but that's how I think about it. Let me know what you think. But yes, I'm starting to understand now why some people want their mods, why they want to get paid for what they do, especially with truck mods, where I got exposed to map mods. I don't really understand yet because I haven't opened the editor yet, but I can understand it takes maybe the same or even more effort in doing a map, so it's not easy either. So I can definitely understand why people they would want to get paid for their hard work. Yeah, it's just a matter of the copyright, but if you can go around that, maybe it won't be too bad. It will not be very healthy for the wallet for sure. But that's what the simulations usually are, because we cannot really just rely on SES for these amazing trucks, because they don't have the capacity for it. Yeah, there will always be demand for more trucks. There will always be demand for especially classic trucks, which they're not working on. I think they answered that in the Q&A, that they're focusing on oh man, it's raining. That they're focusing on modern trucks. Yeah, so they're going to add more trucks in the game officially, but they will be focusing on the actual trucks that are in the market right now, and not on classic ones. So your only chance, especially if you're looking for classic trucks, is to really wait for modders to do their thing. And if you're a very talented 3D modeler, you can do that. Most people would probably not want to release that for free, because you spend, I don't know, weeks on it, months on it, and instead of and would you really release that for free? Some people would do that willingly, like XPS releases his mods. He models trucks from scratch and releases it for free. But not everyone will have the same mindset. So if people want to get paid, I would not take it against them, because time is money, right? Time is money. So we cannot really fault them. But yeah, it's not very friendly for us, because that will not be very friendly for our wallets. But I can definitely understand it. Wow, look at all these cars. Okay, and they're not signaling, weirdly enough. When they exit to the left, they're not signaling at all. Very weird. Very cute trailer. Let's exit here. I like how it actually moves still at the back like that. We don't have a lot of animated trailers like these. Really like it. Let's have a look from the outside again. Yeah, it's not that cool. Even without the trailer cables, I kind of like it. Not sure if there's a fix that I don't have, but I think I have the latest version. If you guys know of a fix there, let me know, okay? But yeah, trailer cables not really the number one thing in my point of view. So I'm totally fine without it. Yes, anyway, so that's my update. Starting to understand the dark side. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. I'm sure this will be a pretty conflicted area. Some people would be okay with it. Some people would absolutely hate it. And I want to get your opinion, each of your opinions. So let me know. Let's have a healthy discussion. Let's have a healthy debate. Not really debate, but let's get everyone's point of view. So I'm going to wait for your comments, right? Let me hear about it below, and we'll see what people come up with, what people think. In next episode, I'll mention some of the interesting points of view that I will get from your comments. But yes, enough of that now. Let's get into the questions, shall we? We have a couple of questions from Jay. Thanks, Jay, again for thinking of these. And I remember I answered this a bit the last episode. But let me answer it anyway, because I might be able to expound on it more. Last time I answered it, it was a bit hurried. So, what's the closest animal you would relate yourself with? I answered a dog for sure. I'm a dog lover. If I had the chance, I probably will want a dog. To get a dog, particularly a golden retriever. I've never had a golden retriever, but for some reason they just appeal to me so much. I guess in terms of breed, I'm mostly alike with the golden retriever. By the way, do you guys notice these buildings? So good looking. Are these from SES? They look like they're from ProMods. And I really like, oops, climbed the curve there. And I really like how they are, they look super customized. They might be specific to this city. And this might be ProMods, huh? This might be ProMods. Love this city. So nice looking and not heavy on performance at all. And yes, as I mentioned, I'm a very performance heavy guy. It's not just about making things pretty, it's making things pretty and balancing it with how playable it is. And that's why I love this truck. Has the right number of details, but doesn't slow your system down. Beautiful. Alright. Let's keep at it. We turn right here. Squeeze in. Thank you. I hope the rain ends soon. Not very friendly for recording. But I guess it does look pretty realistic. But yeah, will you look at this city? The buildings are so varied. You have all these kinds of old and modern buildings mixed together, and you have those like churches and towers blended in. Love it. So yes, going back to the topic, the question, a dog, especially a golden retriever. I think my personality would reflect that the most, because I would classify myself as a maybe in Asian standards, a gentle giant. So I'm a Filipino, in case you didn't know, for those who don't know. And Filipinos aren't too tall normally. So I'm like 5'10" and a half, almost 6 feet, I guess you could say. And for Filipinos, that's pretty tall. Especially for my generation. It's a sab there. Nice. And but as you guys might know from the previous Q&A sessions, I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. As you could say. So I don't really like conflict. So maybe you can classify me as like a gentle giant. And I would think as golden retrievers is something similar. They're very, I don't know the English word for it, but they're very sweet. They're very amicable. Even if they're quite big dogs. Yeah, they're a large breed. Not the largest, but larger than average, I would say. But they're very friendly. Yes, they're not guard dogs. They're companion dogs. And I think that's why I relate to them so much, because similar personalities. So I would want to get something similar as well. But yes, that's the answer to that. The longer answer, maybe just a bit longer. Maybe we should make our wipers faster. Yeah, that looks better. I think we need it even faster, but I think this is as fast as it goes. Let's try. Yeah, that's the fastest. Good, alright. So next question. If a movie were made on your life, which part of your life would you like to be highlighted in it? Childhood, teenager, college life, single adult guy. Okay, so I guess it all comes down to what is the most exciting part of my life. Because if you were to make a movie out of something, then it has to be exciting in a way. Like, not really action-packed, but lots of happening things. Yes, probably somewhere along those lines. Now, personally, it would probably be either I'm thinking my high school part, my high school life, or always say it can be about the love story between me and Mrs. Clumsy. Yeah, that would be the number one answer, especially if she's watching. But the second answer, the answer next to that, would probably be my high school life. And it's mainly because during high school is one of my most favorite moments in school. Like, well, high school is definitely my most favorite time when I was in school. That's the age around 13 to 17, I think. 13, 14, 15, 16. 13 to 16 maybe. Something along those lines. And it's just... I was lucky enough to have met some amazing people during that time. And it just so happened that like most of the entire class became like one big group of friends. Like we were how many? We were like 40 plus in our class, and most of the people just were on the same wavelength. So we started going out, we started enjoying, we started studying together and all that stuff. So it was like one huge what's the English term for it? The Filipino word is barkada, and the English word is, I don't know, but it's a group of friends. Like, think of it like Friends, like the show, or How I Met Your Mother, the show. They have a small group of friends there, right? In here, imagine the same dynamics, but make it around, I don't know, 20 or 30 people. Because we had the same wavelength, and so lots of things happening, and lots of events in school, lots of exciting stuff happening. And we were adolescents, so raging hormones. So there were like romantic stories that you can tell, and now if you think of it, you cringe. But during that time, you were like in your youth, so you could understand why you felt that way. You know, nowadays when we think about it, we laugh about it because it was just so insane. Like, why did we think of that? Why did we do that? Yeah, so all these different stories, and it was just a great time in my life. And yeah, right now, well, I haven't really. Maybe when did I last get together with them? As you grow older, it gets harder and harder to keep up with your friends. And we grow smaller and smaller, especially because people move out of the country. Like I'm one of the people who went out of the country, so I don't get to see them much anymore. But we do meet like from time to time, like Christmas, major events like weddings and stuff like that. So we do still see each other, and yeah, we're still pretty. I still regard them as one of my closest group of friends. And for that to happen, to have close friends from high school, that's something I would say that's a pretty lucky thing. Normally, we just want to breeze through high school and forget about the experience maybe, or forget about the people in there. But this time, yeah, we really bonded. So I think a movie can be made there with all the things that has happened. But yeah, knowing me and how I suck at remembering all these specific events, I cannot really cite specific times when it happened. But yeah, I just remember it was an amazing time of my life, and there's nothing I regret about it. It was life-changing, life-forming. Yeah, probably I am the way I am today, hugely in part of that one. So yes, definitely high school. Next to me and Mrs. Clumsy's love story, okay? Next question. If you were to make a game, what kind of game would it be? What kind of game would it be? inspirations from games can be taken, or would you use your own imagination here? Yeah, it's a pretty broad question for me, because I'm interested in lots of stuff, as you might have noticed. If you look at the channel, you'll see all types of games there except horror games. You'll see some simulation games, you'll see some adventure games, you'll see some RPGs, you'll see some open-ended survival games. So many types of things, strategy games, and it's kind of hard to choose. But I guess ultimately, if I would make something, my ideal kind of game, and I'll take something from a thought from, who was it? I think it was from Squirrel where I heard it. But I pretty much would like something like that. Something that can merge the different things together. And realistically speaking, that might not be so feasible right now, but that's the dream. That's what I would like to have. Something that merges all the good parts in all the games, merges them together. Like if you speak about the simulation, you can think about having different kinds of simulation games. You have flight simulators, you have truck simulators, you have train simulators. I would probably do something like Transport Fever, where you have it initially in the from a management point of view. Yeah, you make the supply chains, you have the cities, and then you make the supply chain. So if I were to make a game, I would focus on the logistics, because that's where most of the simulation games I'm interested in are. And I would make it that you can try doing things in different like trying out the different ways of traveling, get into the details of them each. And if you take it from like Transport Fever focuses on the different transportation aspects. Man, this bridge is beautiful. I'll have to take a shot again here, maybe after we pass it. But yes, Transport Fever, you can create truck lines, train lines, you can create flight paths, yes, and boats as well you can use. So you can use all those types of things, but you cannot really drive them. So what I would want is something that encompasses everything. Like you make your own supply chain, you make your own company. So there is a business side of things, where you try to balance the cost and the income. So there is a management point of view, but at the same time, there is a beautiful view, like so. No, but at the same time, you can get your hands dirty and actually drive the trucks, fly the planes, drive the boats, yeah, and the trains. So everything. So that's my ideal thing, you know. Imagine this one. Imagine this leg. This is what we're doing right now. We're basically delivering from one city to another, delivering cement from one city to another. If you like zoom out, I would want to be able to zoom out and see the bigger picture of what this cement is for, what it will do, how much it costs this fuel, how much does the cement cost, and what we will make out of it. And how will that benefit the company as a whole? So the entire shablam, yeah? And then you can have a truck sim, because you drive your own thing and you deliver it and you see the real effect of it big time. You don't just deliver something and that's the end of it. You can be involved in every part, the end-to-end of the supply chain. That's what I would love. I am very much interested in supply chains, because even in my full-time work as an IT guy, I focus on the planning side of the supply chain, you know, making sure that there is stock for all the demands, making sure that production is doing enough. Not too much, but not too little. Man, that looks so good. This place looks so good. We need to go here so more often. I guess this is Scotland, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it should be by now. Man, this looks so good. So many nice photo opportunities here. And driving with this truck, yes, the MP1, can't beat it. Oh man, look at this. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's take another photo here. But yes, that would be my ideal game. Similar to Transport Fever, with zoom in capabilities for real simulation. Yes, and all of them would feature like realistic and real immersive physics, mechanics, switches, so everything realistic, nothing arcadey about it. But then you could maybe like automate some stuff. If you don't like want to fly the plane yourself, then have the AI do it for you and keep that level on a manageable, on a management level. Yeah, just keep it on management level and just do the things you really like. Or maybe you don't like the management side of things. You just want to drive, you just want to fly the plane. Then you can also do that, and you can tweak it in the options on how detailed you want it. But you can see the big picture every time. Like this load that you've delivered, how much did that contribute to the entire company, and yeah, stuff like that. So the more you do, the more jobs you do, the better your company will fare, basically. Yes, that's my dream game, really. Mixing all things up. But Transport Fever really has it in the right direction, I would say. That's the best starting point, I would say. Because it combines all the different things together. And now it's just a matter of getting into more detail on each aspect. Like the trucking, you don't really get to drive anything in there. Yeah, just are able to zoom in and literally and see the truck moving on its own. But you can't really drive it yourself. So the dream would be to really be able to immerse yourself, be the actual driver, and give it with as much detail as this game has, or even more. You can really toggle the switches, there is real physics and all that stuff. That would be amazing, combining all the different transportation simulations, including the management side. It's the best. Yeah, that's what I would go with. Alright, thanks for the question, Jay. Really like that. Now we are almost there. Yeah, 56 kilometers. Can I handle one more? Let's try. If you were stranded on an island alone, how would you go about surviving on your own? The answer is simple, I think. I won't. I won't be able to survive. No, but realistically speaking, I have no clue about survival. Yeah, and if I don't have internet there, I can try to survive, maybe eat a few bugs, try to light a fire, try to make shelter, but I would probably not be able to do them pretty well, and so I might not survive at all. But yes, that's the direction I would head. Let me finish the question. Nope, Bob won't be part of it, but maybe you might have Wilson in there. So if I got stranded on an island alone, I'll probably make like an SOS sign, a huge SOS sign, so anyone who passes by will see. I'll try to make some shelter. Try to make a shelter nearby. Don't know how to make the shelter. Maybe group a few loose leaves, loose branches. Make like a triangle. Make like an teepee, a makeshift teepee tent. And then go and find some water, find some food. Now that's the real question mark. How do you do that kind of thing? Cannot really drink the seawater. Maybe find a river. Hope there is like a river or some like falls nearby. Maybe that would get me clean water. In terms of food, how would I get food? Maybe look for some shrubs, some fruits. If not, then I would have to hunt, and I will not be able to do that. Not sure how to start a fire from nothing. Like, you need kindling, you need to use friction, get some wind in. So yeah, I can fumble around, I can try. I know the high level things of what needs to be done, but actually doing them, I have my doubt that I have sufficient capacity. But yeah, if survival is on the line, maybe I'll get around to learning it. But yeah, I hope I don't get into that kind of scenario. Man, this looks beautiful. Now, isn't that the flag? The Scottish flag? And apologize in advance if I got that completely wrong, but I think I'm right. I think I got it. And man, I like this. I really love the textures on these buildings. I don't know why. I'm really attracted to that kind of pattern. Makes it seem so high quality, even if it's just a texture with a simple like block in terms of 3D model. Like, put a large cube in there, put that kind of texture in, I would love it already. And yeah, it just makes sense to me. Looks so good. Ooh, Rip-a-rooney. Now, how the heck did that happen? Whose fault is it? I hope we're not parking anywhere near that thing, but I think we might just be. Now I am seeing that thing. I am seeing the cardboard where we should park, but I'm not sure where the directions are. I should go nearer. I'm going to bet that we should be headed this way. I think that trailer was a bit too long for this place. I remember I only had like double trailers activated in ProMods enabled countries. Wrong range. But yeah, I wonder why it produced double trailers in this place. It's clearly not legal here. Clearly not supported in here. Now I saw the parking was somewhere on the left, I think. In here, I would guess. I think above. Oh no. Oh no. Brings back bad memories of that ATS thing we had. Now I don't have a crawler gear. Let's see if the truck can handle this. Uphill, yeah, okay, good. It's a bit heavy. It's 22 tons. Okay, there it is. Now, which direction should we be facing? There should be an arrow now. If I updated it correctly at least. But maybe I didn't update it properly. Yeah, because there should be an indicator of this one now. Maybe I didn't update it properly. I'm not sure what I should be looking for. Yeah, I guess it should be very obvious. Oh, I see it, I see it. There's something that says this is the front, I think. Yeah, if I zoom in there, truck facing this direction. Yeah, okay, there it is, there it is. Okay, so you can't really see it from afar, but once you get to the parking area, the actual parking area, when you're near, you see it. Okay, that's good. That's good. There we go. Easy peasy. We got lucky with how we entered. If we entered from the other side, we would really have to reverse it. Look at how nice this trailer is and how it blends with this entire picture. Maybe not with that trailer, but with the rest of the scenery, right? Love it. Love that. And if you want to try out Satan 19990's trailer pack, it is in the mods list. just check it out in the video description. The link is there. Just look for the under the trailers category. It should be the most recent item, I believe. Look for the one by Satan 19990, the one which is compatible with 1.31. Awesome. Alright guys, but that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Really glad to have been able to drive this truck again. This is really my favorite. Super homey feels, super 90s feels. Beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to check out the MP2. Maybe I'll do a spotlight video and we can all see how we can format that kind of episode, that kind of video from then on. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did like the video, please don't forget, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know what you think. Looking forward to your comments, especially about the paid truck topic. Yeah, paid truck mods topic. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, comment, share with your friends, and please check out my Patreon page if you are interested in supporting the channel directly. Thank you for watching and catch you in the next one. As always, all the links are in the video description. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy trucking, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.